I was a little surprised when they announced the new iPhone. I thought the new iPhone 10 was the new iPhone 8, but instead so did we get two versions, iPhone 8 and iPhone 10. Even if I can feel that the iPhone 8 can feel a little bit like an updated iPhone 7. Or what do you think? The design on iPhone 8 have we seen before. It's more or less the same design we have seen on iPhone the last 3 years now. So here is no big news. But the new thing here is on the backside. Now it's made of glass, and that makes Apple introduce wireless charging on their phones. And this can probably make wireless charging get even bigger when a big company as Apple uses it on their phones too. I did test it on the Belkin Boost Up wireless charger that even Apple sells on their page. And I really like it as it has 50-watt charging effect. And this is really good if you want to have fast wireless charging. So I drop a link below if you want to check it out. But sadly I do have to say that iPhone only can charge up to 7.5 watts. But at least are you future-proof. Or if any in your household has an Android phone, then is the chance quite big that they can take full advantage of the charger. On the front we still have the big bezels on the top and the bottom. And this can feel a little bit outdated now, 2017, as screens on phones nowadays seems to fill up the whole front. So this can maybe do that some is waiting for the iPhone 10. And the screen is more or less the same too. It's a 4.7-inch IPS display with the same resolution. But there is a new thing here, True Tone, which makes the screen adjust the color balance after the lighting conditions where you are. So colors appear similar in different lighting environments. But I don't use it as I feel most of the time that it looks too yellow for my taste. So the screen can feel a little bit disappointing as there's no upgrade. But it's still a good screen that works in most situations. And the same goes for the dimensions, they are more or less the same too. But this can probably be some positive thing, as probably do more or less all cases and accessories works for this phone too. But where we can see some big improvement is on the A11 Bionic chip and the camera. And the A11 is one of the fastest processors on a smartphone today. And they say it's 70% faster than the previous version, A10. And that is a big advantage for the camera too. And here on the front do we have a 7-megapixel camera. And on the back do we have a 12-megapixel camera with aperture 1.8. And you need a fast processor for taking HDR pictures and high-speed video. So the camera takes some really good HDR pictures. And even 4K in 60 frames per second, and in 1080p 240 frames per second. And this is also accomplished by a new compression method that also saves space. The camera have optical image stabilization and have a really good autofocus. So as usual has Apple a really good camera on their phone that will help us take some really astonishing photos. And the camera is also designed for augmented reality. Here has IKEA a software where you can show their furniture so you can see how it will look at your home. Perfect when you're applying to buy new furniture. Or you can use a software that shows you where the stars and planets are. And there are a lot more cool AR software out there that looks really nice, so I can really recommend you to test them out. The speakers today say sound 25% louder now. And I think that they sound quite good, especially when you think of that the phone is water protected, as it's always harder to make good speakers when the phone is water protected. So I think they have done a good job here. And if we take a look at the configurations, thus it comes in two alternatives, 64GB or 256GB. And you can get the phone in silver, gold and space gray. So I must say they picked some nice colors. And this is what you get in the box when you buy the phone. Here is it nice that we get a headphone adapter, as there are no headphone jack on the phone. And that takes us to the bottom where we still have the lighting port. And iPhone has fast charging now, but the strange thing here, we don't get the fast charger. That we have to buy separately. And that can feel a little bit cheap of Apple to not include that. And that is more or less a standard delivered with phones today. But one good thing is that the battery time is good. And that has to do with the i11 Bionic chip that works fast and energy efficient. So average day's workload is no problem. When you think of the iPhone 8, so can it feel a little bit outdated, but in the same way so do you get big improvements on the inside. So I think that for you who need a small, fast phone with a good camera, can still the iPhone 8 be a good choice? Or what do you think? Leave a comment below and tell me what you think. And with that do I round off here. So don't forget to like and subscribe so I can see you in the next one. Over and out.